We are coming to you from the ICAO headquarters in Montreal, where more than 400 delegates from around the world are attending the Montreal Thematic Meeting on metropolitan areas. Now, this is one of 11 preparatory conferences being held in preparation for Habitat 3. That is the third United Nations Conference on Housing and Sustainable Urban Development, which will be held next year in Quito. And I am here with the architect of the conference, the mayor of Montreal. He's also president of the Montreal Metropolitan Community Area, the Honorable Denis Coderre. Good morning, Mr. Coderre.
Good morning.
Congratulations on this great conference.
Thank
Tell me, you suggested it, and why specifically?
Well, first of all, I think that when you look at the reality is that for the next 25 years, you'll have over 70% to 75% of people who will live in cities. So all the challenges regarding economic development, housing, or social development or sustainable development will go through cities. So we already have that sensitivity. We already have that link, direct link with the civil society and the citizen. And I believe that we are part of the plan. We are part of the solution. So when you go to Quito in 2016 and we're putting up together that sustainable urban plan for the next 20, well, of course, you need to have all the stakeholders at the same table. So if you want to be more efficient, if you want to make sure that you are kind of, concrete in your way of planning things, if you want to have something that you will realize, you have to go through cities.
Through cities and through metropolitan areas.
Of course.
We heard the word this morning, metropolitanization. We can't even say it, but that's going to be part of the dictionary soon.
Yeah, we invent that word.
Okay. So who's attending? Who's here?
Well, you have over 400 delegates that represent 53 countries. You have elected bodies, you have institutions, you have civil society. I think that you have the reflection of the reality of the field. And frankly, to have that kind of platform, that thematic conference, just send a strong message that we want to be part of the solution, and that if you look at that formidable laboratory, you can cover all the angles, so you will be able to address from social housing, as I said, to social and economic development. And to have a true sustainable solution, you need to make sure that all the stakeholders are around the table. If you want to make sure that you will be able to address a situation, well, you need to have all the players at the same place.
It's quite impressive also to see the number of researchers and academics that are also that are participating. Very interesting. You've also been very present internationally. You're also one of the co-presidents of Metropolis, if I'm not mistaken. That organization does what exactly?
This is a major organization that represents all the metropolis of over 1 million of inhabitants. So you have, that's a formidable organization that's part of the local government convention organization. And we believe that you have to address some specific situation. So that organization addressed it from sustainable development to economic again and social.
So I imagine some challenges are similar in
well, it's
all
even
cities.
bigger. If you imagine you have some situation in Europe or in Asia, and how do you address them? So, but at the same time, it's all about sharing the best practices. I mean, you have international value. It's all about think global, act local. So we address locally any challenge, but at the same time, you have to understand that there's a new connection, a new connectivity between all the stakeholders, and we are living the same issue. We addressed it in our own reality, but it is the same challenge that we're facing.
I know your team has been hard at work preparing this conference. There was also a consultation online. You had an e-document. So you're going to produce something concrete coming out of this conference.
We will have a Montreal Declaration. As a matter of fact, from the CMM perspective, yesterday, 600 people gathered from the civil society and with the local bodies, where we addressed some Greater Montreal issues, just to get ready. The timing was great. We even using that to share the best practices with our other friends and colleagues from other countries. So I think it's a win-win situation for everybody. So we not only we are saying what we will do, but we are doing it ourselves. So that's the best way to make it work.
Excellent. So tomorrow we craft this Declaration of Montreal and send it off to Quito for next year.
And then it's Montreal reflects again.
Thank you. Thank you for this, Mr. Mayor.
My pleasure. Thank you.